Summary of Salt to the Sea by Ruta Sepetys. The story of Salt to the Sea takes place in January 1945, near the end of World War II. As the Allied forces make progress in both the East and West, German people are leaving their homes to avoid danger and running to the Baltic Sea, where the German Navy will take them to safety. 4 people tell the story in different points of view. A Lithuanian refugee named Joanna was allowed to settle in Germany. Emilia is a pregnant teen who escaped the genocide that killed many of her fellow Poles and is now trying to stay out of the way of German soldiers on the move. Florian is a former art restorer from Prussia who is smuggling a valuable statue that he stole from the Nazis as revenge for killing his father. Alfred is a delusional Nazi soldier who works on the Wilhelm Gustloff. Emilia meets Florian in a potato cellar, and he protects her from a Soviet soldier who is trying to attack her. Florian becomes important to Emilia, she calls him her knight, and she starts to follow him as he leaves East Prussia. Later that night, they hide out in a barn and meet Joanna and her traveling companions, Klaus, Eva, Ingrid, and a guy known as the Shoe Poet. The other refugees don't trust Florian, but Joanna is a nurse and feels she has to help him. She takes shrapnel out of a cut on his side and stitches it up. In the morning, Florian sneaks out and Emilia goes after him. Florian, Emilia, and Joanna run into each other again the next day when they all decide to spend the night in the same empty Prussian house. Even though Florian's wound is getting better, Emilia is clearly sick now. Joanna checks her out and sees that, even though she's only 15, she's already 9 months pregnant. Joanna is afraid that Emilia is lying when she says that the father of her child is a guy named August, whom she loves and is on her way to meet. The 2 groups decide to go on the trip together. They keep walking for another day until they get to the coast and have to cross a frozen bay. They start to cross the water when Allied planes fly through it. Ingrid, who was the first person to cross, falls in and drowns. Even though they are shocked that their friend has died, the group makes it across the bay and meets a German fighter. Florian changed his ID to make it look like he is on a personal mission for Erich Koch. The soldier then offers to take Florian by boat to wherever he needs to go. Joanna and the other refugees are able to talk Florian into letting them go with them. They are then taken to Gotenhafen, a port city where they can get on a ship and hopefully sail to freedom. Alfred works on the Wilhelm Gustloff when the group meets him in Gotenhafen. Everyone except Eva gets a boarding pass for the same ship. Joanna trades her skills as a nurse for safe passage, and Florian fakes his own. Joanna gets a job in the maternity ward. She takes care of Emilia there, and Emilia has a girl named Helinka. Emilia tells August that Helinka is not his child, but the result of a rape by Soviet troops while she is in labor. Emilia isn't ready to be a mom at first, but with the help of her friends and fellow tourists, she finally warms up to her daughter. After being on board for 2 days, the ship finally sets sail. But on the same day, Allied torpedoes hit the Wilhelm Gustloff and start to sink it. Franz, Helinka, Klaus, and Joanna make it to the deck and onto a lifeboat. Emily asks Florian to help her take her child into the raft. At the same time, Florian asks Alfred to hold his pack for a moment. In it is the Amber Swan, a valuable stolen treasure. But then the rowboat goes under the water, separating Emilia from her child and Florian from his things. A boat finally comes to save the refugees who are drowning in cold, but Emilia and Alfred get on a raft but are still lost at sea. Alfred has been writing letters to his loving Hannelore for most of the book. In them, he tells her that she is Jewish and that he gave her to the Nazis when she turned him down. Alfred, who is angry, hallucinating, and cold, first thinks Emilia is Hannelore. He then attacks her when he learns she speaks Polish and is part of a group Hitler has called undesirable. Alfred falls into the water and drowns as he moves toward her. Emilia also dies of frostbite on the raft, but the last chapter makes it seem like she is with her family and friends again in the next life. In the last letter, which also serves as an afterword, a woman named Clara Christensen tells Florian that she found Emilia's body on the beach near her home 20 years ago. She talks about how she buried Amelia and hopes that she is now at peace. She also buried Florian's backpack with the golden swan and hopes that he is at peace now.
About the author. Sepetys was born and raised in Detroit, Michigan. Her parents were Lithuanian refugees. She went to college with the goal of becoming an opera singer, but she ended up with a degree in international finance. She ran her own business for 20 years after college called the Sepetys Entertainment Group, which took care of artists and songwriters. Between Shades of Grey, Sepetys' first book, came out in 2011. It's about a girl who was sent from Lithuania to a work camp in Siberia. Her third book is called Salt to the Sea. Sepetys lives in Nashville, Tennessee.
Hope we summarized it fully and you liked it. Please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel so that we are motivated to create more videos.